I mean, it was we're kind of upset with that right now. You know, a lot of them were unforced, but I feel like we're gonna watch the film. We're gonna clean up on it. A lot of them are unforced, but we have to be more strong with the ball, especially with the team coming in. They force a lot of pressure, so we have to be more strong with the ball. But we will be. I mean, those moments are always fun as a player. You know, you just living within the game. You know, you're into it. It's fun. Everyone's cheering. You know, regardless of even if I didn't make, it, I would have been cheering if someone else would have made it. So I mean, it's just a great feeling overall as a team just to see a guy make that shot in that moment.
Do you feel more comfortable posting up now than you did maybe the first couple games of the season?
Oh yeah, you know, especially when they switch. You know, when I have a small guy on me, you know, take that mismatch and if they double, skip it over to someone open for the shot. So I'm a lot more comfortable with that.
I just saw the ball go up, and I just took a chance, and then luckily JoJo had my back. You know, that's what team's for. You know, one of us take a chance, then the other one got each other's back.
What does it mean to win a game like this tonight when you don't play your best to find a way?
Man, it was a tough win, but at the end of the day, we just gotta put this behind us. You know, we had a lot of turnovers, but once we get back to the drawing board, we gonna look at the mistakes we made, look at the things we can work on. Then we're gonna become a better team each day.
Did it feel good for you guys to be able to dig deep, given you had the quick turnaround from the game in Oregon?
Of course, most definitely. I mean, this game, I feel like we needed it. You know, brought out the best of us. I felt like we were that last 4 minutes. We were really active. We were talking on defense, but we need to try and bring that for the whole 40 minutes, and that's what coach is preaching on us every game.
Since you guys are both going to handle the ball a lot, Francis obviously starts four guards, puts a lot of pressure. Talk a little about that matchup on Thursday.
I mean, this is gonna be a normal game for us. I mean, it's just another game on our schedule. I mean, to close out the Christmas break, so we have to come in and we know we have to be locked in and ready to go because they're gonna be ready for us for sure.
Anything else? All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay. Wow. Good game. Good finish. Bad performance at several points of the game, but in winning time, we pulled through. So that's the most important thing. At the end of the day, you got to get the W's, and we were able to do that tonight, so I was happy to see us fight against a really experienced, scrappy Saluki team. I thought SIU did a really good job defensively. We had some unforced turnovers, but I mean they were good. They were really good defensively, and they did a good job of taking us out of our stuff at times and jamming us when we picked up the dribble. And they just capitalized on all our mistakes. You know, it wasn't just the turnovers; it was the points off of turnovers. I mean, they got 22? Is that right? Yeah, 22 points of their 61 were off our turnovers. So you take care of the ball, maybe it's a different story, but it's a great lesson. You know, when we get into conference, we're going to have some tight games, and there's no substitute for going through something like this and coming out on the right side of the track. So I don't think that's the saying, but we'll go with it anyway. All right, fellas, ladies, and gentlemen, questions, please. Let's start with Mark Anderson. Is he here? Oh, there you go, Mark. Yeah.
Well, Tyrell seems like he's sort of become your go-to guy now. Is it just something he's sort of taken on his own, or is that?
My go-to is Tammy. in the game of basketball, it has been Tyrell lately. No, he's stepping up, man. He's just, I think it was you I was talking to, or somebody I was talking to about how well he's listening, and just, man, he's just a sponge. I'm really pleasantly surprised at the way he's receiving the coaching, and he's reaping the benefits, because he's developing, he's growing, he's getting better, and then with that you have success, and with the success, just confidence, and one breeds the other, and so let's just keep it moving in the right direction.
On that play where he hit the three-pointer late, with the design of that play, is that, and Tyrell said that they were looking for a Schechter down low, is that a normal option for that play?
Well, he was the second option. We had hit Shaq a couple times on that. They adjusted and started putting a guard and sitting him down there in the middle. And I don't know if he fronted him or not, but he wasn't as open as he was the previous times when we spaced the floor and had a chance to get him on that middle pick and roll. So we talked about if that's not there, the guy that's sitting on Schechter is Tyrell's man. So he should be wide open. And then if we would reverse it, and then again, look to Shaq if possible. If you're wide open, then just take the shot. Those are great looks when you have a chance to toe the line and get your feet set.
Talk about the contributions you got from Troy tonight, Coach. Obviously, a little over 20 minutes, solid production. Is this something that you can see on the horizon with him?
Yeah, whenever you get some contribution from freshmen, you just kind of say, okay, good. We're moving in the right direction. And Troy struggled with his shoot around today because he didn't tweak his knee, but I think I don't know what happened to it, but it was hurting him a little bit. So he didn't get a chance to get as many reps that I would have liked. So it was good to see. I was a little worried, how productive he was going to be this evening. So, but the adrenaline kicks in and the butterflies, complement those sometimes, and you get through it. So he was very good in a lot of different ways. I thought defensively he's caused some problems for him. Altered some short shots and made a couple key buckets at critical times when they were making a run. So it was good to see. I don't know his previous post efficiency, but obviously he was doing it well enough in practice for us to go, hey, we got to get him some looks down there, especially on certain matchups. You can usually judge a game going into it on matchups. I think Bill Russell once talked about that. He could look at the starting five from the Lakers and starting five from Boston and kind of figure it out who would have the advantage at the end of the day. And when you look at matchups and we look at Tyrell, we do look at who's guarding him and obviously try to get him some of those. But what he's done well is also the rebounding side of it. I don't know what he had tonight. He had 7 tonight, but that's where he's really started to take some ownership and be good for us. And we needed him to do that without Chris and Demo and Dwayne Morgan.
You mentioned Southern Illinois defense. You play a Kansas 4 guard on Thursday.
I'm going to focus on this game tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, man.
How much you can start us with the turnovers with Kansas coming in?
Well, I haven't even thought about them, Mark, to be honest. I just know that they play the 4 guards, but we'll try to design something. But we're not going to try to get too far out of our box. I mean, we got to get ready for conference. That's what this is all about. So, at the end of the day, we want to go into conference and be able to own our signature and know that. I mean, people got to know when they play us. You're going to take tough twos, and I mean, we're going to defend better than we've been defending. We defended well down the stretch, but we've just got to get better in those areas. And if that means that we tweak a scouting report to try to win a game, obviously you're going to do that. But we got to get better at what we do. So we won't stray too far outside the box and try to throw anything too crazy at them. We're just going to have to do a good job at keeping those guys in front of us more than anything and making them take tough twos because they can shoot the 3 as well.
With almost an entirely new roster, going to winning record in non-conference, is that how big a deal is that for you?
It's a good question. I don't think it's that important in the big scheme, I look at this as a chapter in the book of Menzies, and so in the beginning of the first chapter, who's going to remember that when they get to the end of the book? At the end of the book, if it's a good read, I think that's the most important thing. We were operating from behind the 8 ball a little bit, so I guess it's a good thing. I don't want to be too humble with it. It's a good thing, obviously. Keeps the fans coming back with a little more optimism, and I think they saw us fight tonight even amidst our turnovers and our bonehead mistakes, which some were caused by them, but we still got to do a better job. And we will. We'll keep getting better. I promise you that.
What do you make of Warren? Good and bad down the stretch.
He's a competitor. He's got a lot of confidence. He's not a true point guard, but he's growing at that spot. And I had to take him out in critical times, I think once or twice, when I had to just really teach him and just talk to him. Slow down. Let's think about this for a minute. He's making the right pass, but he's taking people out of their shots, and he's throwing the pass to the person. He's got to throw it to a target, and they got to give the target. So if he's not seeing a target that they're showing, you got to give and hit targets. It's not just, oh, okay, he's over there and he's open, and I can just bounce it to him. Because his hands might be up here. You can't throw it at his feet. So he's getting there. He's making the right pass. He had a great pass. Where he had to jump a little bit to make it coming off one of those middle pick and rolls. And he knows I hate jump passes, but, he's like, oh, Coach, I knew I could get it to him. I said, and he was wide open. I said, okay, that one's all right. So, yeah, he's a good kid. I like all these guys.
What was the defensive mindset, Coach, in the second half, particularly when Rodriguez and Fletcher seemed to get it going a little bit there?
Well, we were going to, we threw the zone at them a couple possessions. They missed a corner three. The first possession, I think we played it 2 or 3 possessions. And then the second one, I think we had another missed shot, but they got the offensive rebound. And, and I asked the coaches, and I said, what do you guys do? I said, you want to stay in the zone or you want to go to man? And they had a consensus. So I kind of just went with the staff. And I'm glad I did, because when we got into that last 4-minute stretch, they were locking in the 5 pretty good. They did a really good job communicating and getting over and helping each other and then rebounding out of the 5. Much easier to rebound when you're in man. Anything else? Let's see, Dwayne. I will know on, what's today, Monday? So I will probably know on Chris tomorrow night. He goes to the doctor tomorrow, so I'll know more on him tomorrow night. So tune in to my radio show at Ballywick, and we'll give you that information. And then, and Dwayne, I think, is Wednesday. I'll have some more input on him. So, all right? Okay, guys.